y'all, and welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I am doing a couple of challenges this month, and one of them is a year-long challenge. It's called Frugal Living 25, and the other one is called January Pantry Challenge 25. So I'm going to introduce this as why clean out freezer in January. And y'all, I've got notes. I'm just letting you know because this is going to cover a few factors of why we do this and why January is so important to start cleaning out your freezers. We're diving into my freezer today. One freezer. I've got three freezers. I've got an upright freezer and two chest type freezers. And then I have two small freezers. Y'all know this from last year from the Freezer Clean Out 24. And I'm going to be taking inventory of this freezer, of what I have on hand, so that I'm able to plan my meals, save money, and reduce food waste. Join me as we get creative in what's already on hand. I'm going to show you inside my freezer, and then I'm going to do a clean out, get my inventory done, and then we're going to come back. So for inventory, you're going to need a good pair of winter gloves because you're going into a freezer. You're going to need pens and inventory sheets. I'm using the quad grid sheets, and I simply wrote at the top of this which freezer it is. It's the freezer in my laundry room. So I've got it broke down: meats, vegetables, fruits, and meals. So we're going to come up with some meal ideas for that, and I just dropped my pencil. I'll have to find that to get started. So we're going to start by showing you inside of this. Now, I do have a little bit of a trimmer. I'm just going to let y'all know this, but I'm looking at the top of my freezer, and I always start by cleaning off the top of your freezer. And so this is a glimpse of what it looks like right now. And I'm going to go through this. We're going to try to get as much of this taken care of. It does have some frost buildup that my husband has to get out here and take care of. I told him that needed to be taken care of. You can see it's turning to ice here on the side. We're going to try to make this as sweet and short as possible. So I'm going to get my gloves on, and we're going to start taking care of this. And I do have a tote, a 27-gallon tote, sitting in my laundry room, and I'm going to be moving stuff over there, so you're not going to be able to see me removing everything from this. But we're going to start by showing what I've got on top, and then we'll get into the rest of this. I've got some stir-fried vegetables. I think this is squash of some sort here. I can't read my label, but that's from 2023. I've got some broccoli and cauliflower up top. We've got pie pumpkin in here. We've got some pork chops that we just put up not too long ago. We've got some cabbage from 2022 that needs to be used up. We've got some hamburger meat. And we've got some chicken, and it's got ice on it, but it is not freezer burned. This is chicken that we harvested. So we're going to get started on this. I'm going to get everything written down and come back at the end of this and let you see what I've done. All right, I've got everything packed back in here. I packed most of my vegetables over here out to the middle. And then I had some more vegetables that I packed on this side as well. And I have deer meat in the bottom. And most of this is meats and vegetables here in the center, so it'll make it easier for me to find it. And we're going to go into my living room. Let me catch my breath, and I will tell you some meal plans that I'm going to be doing out of this freezer. I also did find some ham and cheese omelets that I had left over. These, over time, I would not do the eggs if it passes a year in your freezer, maybe 6 months to a year. These are going to scramble up and I'm going to feed them back to the chickens, so they're not going to be wasted. Okay, we have rested for a few minutes. I have been able to do a few meal plans from what I have in my freezer. And I'm going to talk about some upcoming videos, so y'all want to stick around till the end to find out some wonderful information about a new collab coming up in February. So, what did I have in my freezer? I had 3 whole chickens. I had 8 pork chop tenderloin packs of 2, so 16 chops total, 1 pork tenderloin. I also had 1 pack of ribs, 3 chicken breasts, single chicken breast, 24 packs of deer meat, and 4 packs of hamburger meat. I will be doing some canning from my meats. I'll tell you about that in a moment. Vegetables, we had 5 stir-fry packs, 2 cauliflower, 2 broccoli, 6 pie pumpkins, 2 squash melodies, 2 cabbage, 1 whole okra bag, 2 breaded eggplant gallon bags, 1 gallon breaded okra, 22 bags of squash. We also had 7 zucchini and 17 bags of peas. We had 7 packs of turkey vegetable soup, 1 bag of ham bone broth, 3 bags of flour. We had 1 bag of strawberries and 9 popsicles. We also had some egg omelet mix in there that I am going to feed to the chickens. So that was the only thing that is being discarded from this freezer today. So we pulled that out, and I'm going to get those scrambled up as soon as they thaw out and give my chickens a nice treat on this cold, frosty day. So some of the meals that I've come up with, and I haven't come up with all of them, but I've got 7 meals that I have planned out. And meal planning is definitely frugal living. If you've ever lived on a budget and you know you have to go to the grocery store, you have to plan your meals so that you know what you need to have those meals for the week. So this is really going to be a challenge, to be a no spend challenge, trying to eat up all this food in our freezers or get it canned and processed for long term storage. So I am going to can the chicken, the ham bone broth, and the deer meat and the peas. I'm going to get all of that out of the freezer and get them on my pantry shelves. That's the plan. I am doing a canning collaboration coming up for February, and I'll give you more details about that closer to that date. Uh, and so those will be some of the items that I'll be pulling from my freezer to can. Meals, I said pork tenderloin chops was my first meal because I've got so many of them in my freezer. I'm going to do the skillet fried yellow squash with onions and some fried okra. Doesn't that sound delicious? Meal number 2 would be a really easy meal, hamburger with stir fry veggies. We like stir fry meals, and I can't eat the rice, but I could get some riced cauliflower and use it in that place and still stay on my keto friendly diet. Meal number 3 was turkey soup. I had several bags of turkey soup. I had 7 bags of turkey soup, and they're quart bags, so I would probably pull out 2 of those bags and make turkey soup and eat on it for lunch and maybe supper one day. Meal number 4 would be baked chicken breast, squash melody, and fried okra. Meal number 5 would be eggplant parmesan, using up some of that hamburger and that eggplant. Meal number 6 would be barbecue ribs, cauliflower, and peas. And meal number 7 would be pork tenderloin with broccoli and zucchini. Because I am low carb, I try to watch my carbs with my meal planning, and I think that's a pretty good start to getting some of this food in this freezer used up. So that's my meal plan. let me get back to the subject at hand and make sure that I have covered everything. Um, so, um, I removed everything from the freezer. I pulled out what I thought was either freezer burnt or too old, uh, and I wrote down my inventory. Um, what did I find in there that was surprising? I think the omelets was surprising to me because I thought I had pulled all the eggs out back over the winter months because I was feeding them to the chickens to get them out of the freezer. Um, I did organize my freezer. I didn't have to label any bins or anything, but bins are very good uh, for using in your freezer so that you can know where your vegetables are, your meats are, etc., etc. And you want to rotate your older items to the top. So that was a big help for me. Um, I did my meal planning and uh, how many meals can I get out of this freezer? Well, y'all, there is 3 whole chickens, 8 pork tenderloin packs, 1 pork tenderloin, 1 pack of ribs, 3 chicken breast, 24 deer meat, 4 hamburger meat. So I'm just going to guesstimate about 30 or 40 meals can come out of that freezer right off the top of my head because we're not going to eat a whole chicken in one sitting. We're not going to eat um, a whole pork tenderloin in one setting, so we'll get a couple of meals out of that. The ribs, we might get 2 meals out of it. Um, the chicken breast can be made into chicken and dumplings or many number of things. The deer meat can go on my canning pantry. We know automatically that's 24 meals. We know automatically that we have 8 meals with the pork tenderloins. We have 4 meals with hamburger. So I think we got a pretty good grasp on how many meals we can get out of that freezer. The vegetables, I've got a lot of squash in there that I need to use up. So I'm going to be eating a lot of squash here until spring. It also tells me what I don't need to plant in my garden. Okay, um, now let's talk about what is happening in January. This is the Frugal Living Challenge 24, and it is an open collaboration. I am hosting this, um, and it is an exciting collaboration for me. It will be a year long. All the information for that will be in the description box below this video. And this is January Pantry Challenge 25 as well. And this is through the month of January. So you're going to see me doing some pantry challenges each week, maybe once or twice. We've got 2 more weeks left. I may do 2 a week. I don't know. But we've got that coming up. I've got my granola recipe that I talked about in my chia pudding video that's coming up, and my 3rd anniversary on YouTube is coming up this coming Friday, and I'm planning on doing a live for that, so be looking for that. And for next month, the challenge will be um, Valentine's Sweets is my closed collaboration. I'm doing Valentine's Sweets, and it's going to be February the 1st through the 7th. We've got some great content creators signed up for that. Um, and I do have a couple of other collaborations in that month as well. Plan to Can Collab is being hosted by the Miller Life Kitchen and Jenny Gal, and I'm going to be involved in that one. And then I'm going to be involved in Cupid's Creations with Tammy Mountain Grandma, Gail Southern Living, and Tina at Life at the Piedmont. And I've got all kinds of gardening plans for the month of February as well. We're going to get starting with a lot of different things. We're going to continue to do our um, frugal living through that month. So that's going to be all year long. Y'all make sure you check out all of these wonderful collabs that are coming up and the videos that I'm putting out daily. I hope that you are liking the new program that we're doing this year, and I hope that you'll stick around till the end of December because we've got a plan for a gingerbread Christmas. I'm so excited about that. Well, folks, I thank you for watching and may you be fully blessed.